everyone, it's Maria, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the books off my shelves that I plan on reading this year. Now, most of you know that I am a library junkie, and I oftentimes will have, I don't even know, 70 to 100 things checked out on our various cards at the library. I am a homeschooler, so that plays into it too, but I have some books on my shelves that I purchased for myself that I wanted to read and mark up, or something from an author that I've loved and I knew that I was going to want to purchase it. These are things that I really wanted to get my hands on. They might be longer books that I can take my time with. And yeah, so I wanted to share with you the ones that have actually made my specific list. I have a longer list of overall what I want to read for the year. But these are the ones that are already on my shelves that I have no excuse not to read, and I've been on a reading binge, so I am super excited about the probability that I might actually get some of these done. So I will go ahead and jump right in. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any thoughts on these. I know a couple of them are going to be favorites because there are several classics. Some of them you might not be familiar with. At least two of them you probably won't be familiar with, but they have reasons, so I'll jump right in. The first thing is The Lost Art of Reading Nature's Signs by Tristan Gooley. I have checked this out from the library several times. I finally just purchased myself a copy because I am enrolled in a Master Naturalist class this year, and I'm trying to get better about knowing about nature. And this, Tristan kind of goes through and talks about things that we can look through around us to try and understand our own surroundings more, and I'm really bad at this. On my naturalist class on Sunday, we were doing tracking and finding scat and skulls and all that stuff, and I did okay when I was in the actual classroom lab, but when it went out to go the hike, my friend Michael, who hikes with me, was just cracking up because I'm like, the teacher would say, "What animal crossed here? What do you think? Can you see that? Oh my gosh, I can't believe we found this." And I would just look at Michael like, "It looks like the snow melted a little bit more right there. Is that what we're supposed to be seeing?" So I'm hopeful. We'll see how it goes. The next book on my list is, I was on everybody's reading list last year, which is one of the reasons I probably didn't get to. It's Pachinko by Min-Jin Lee. I heard about this first from my sister-in-law, who I love her reading taste, and we have a Korean exchange student this year and next year, so I really have been trying to get more familiar with some Korean culture as well as Korean history, and Pachinko fits the bill for this. I can't wait to read it. Porvi, my sister-in-law, referred to it as kind of like a Korean homegoing almost, because there's generational stories told, and I love that kind of thing, so I'm excited. The next one, I will definitely be repainting this cover because I hate the cover, but I've had this copy since high school when I first read it, so it is a reread, but I wanted to see if I liked it as much as a grown-up, and it's Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. There's Heathcliff and Catherine. I know vaguely what this is about. I read it for an academic competition that I was in, and I remember enough that we did okay on the quizzes and tests and things, but I apparently did not have it seep into my soul at all because I just can't really remember it. And again, I hate this cover, so I want to read it so I can repaint the cover or donate it. But I need some inspiration, so I gotta read it first. The next one is Emma by Jane Austen. This I'm excited about because I guess there's another movie remake coming out on it. I've liked all the movies that I've seen of Emma. Jane Austen is not always my favorite. I actually prefer the Pride and Prejudice movies to the book. I know that's probably sacrilege, but I don't really care. That's how I feel. So I'm hopeful that Emma will be more like Jane Eyre and less like Pride and Prejudice, which I know might be a stretch because it's Jane Austen, but we'll find out. Next, my husband's had for a really long time, and I don't know, he'll probably be mad if I decide to repaint this cover, but I might do it. It's All Quiet on the Western Front by Eric Maria Remarque. This is a World War I novel. It's very famous. Many of you have probably heard of it. I have never read it. And again, I don't know. It doesn't actually look like there's not very small font, so it might actually not be that long. It's about 200 and almost 300 pages, not even 300 pages. So that's not too scary, but it's called the greatest war novel of all time, according to the cover. Probably interesting. I don't know. We'll find out. Here is another war novel. It's Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. This has been on our shelf for a very long time. I actually like the cover of this one. So, and I know Catch-22 is supposed to be very funny for a war novel. That's really all I know about it. That and obviously what Catch-22 means. So I can't wait to find out. Again, this will be an interesting read for me, and it's another classic. So here's another one. The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. This one, I really kind of hate the cover, but also because it's so awful. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it. We'll find out. I might repaint it. We'll find out. I've heard this by a couple of podcast people say that this is one of their favorite Agatha Christie books. I'm not a huge mystery person. I used to be, so I'm trying to like dip my toe back in. We'll find out. Let me know if you think this is a good one or other mysteries that you think would be in keeping with me and what you know I like. So this next one is, I got Hard Times by Charles Dickens. Again, what is this cover? I can't even, I don't know. I know it's vintagey and it's supposed to look like that, but I don't know. If I like it and I want to keep it, then I will probably repaint it. Otherwise, I'll donate it. This is, again, not very long. It's like 250 pages. I love Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, Tale of Two Cities. Oh my gosh, that could go really high, like sideways in a minute. A Tale of Two Cities and Great Expectations are a little bit more long, I think, and I'm a little more nervous about it, but I'm excited to do one of his short ones to maybe get some momentum. The next one is actually a book I bought right away because her first book I loved. This is by Shobha Rao. It is An Unrestored Woman. She wrote Girls Burn Brighter, and that book got in me. This is about India and Pakistan and the Great Migration. It's also supposed to cover a couple of other countries that this family kind of gets separated and has to sort through. I loved her writing, so I wanted to pick this up right away, and I'm excited to get to read it. Then we have Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides. This is, again, I don't actually really know much about this other than a lot of people have it on their favorite books list, so I thought I would get it a while ago. I think I got it in a book swap, actually. So I don't really know much about it. I'm going to do my best to enjoy it and find out and let you know what I think. This one is Artemis by Andy Weir. I loved The Martian. I've actually reread it a couple times, and I love the movie, which is rare to have both of that. But Artemis, my husband said he didn't think I'd like it as much, but we'll find out. So I bought it for him selfishly, so I could also have it. So then we have the fourth Outlander book. I hijacked this from my mom because she's obsessed and she has all the Outlanders and has read them several times. This one's another big fat one, but I'm really liking the series. It's just because there's such fat books and it's such a long series, I'm pacing myself because I have to read lots of books at the same time. So Drums Autumn, I saw that even though Netflix doesn't have it out, the fourth season, I saw that my library does have the fourth season, so I can watch it as soon as I get done with this. And then the last book that has been on my shelves for a very long time, my grandma actually gave this to me when she was still alive, is Princess Alice, a biography of Alice Roosevelt Longworth by James Brough. Brough. I don't know anything about this particular book. I don't know if the biographer is good or not. I don't really care. I'm just at the point where I kind of miss my grandma. She's been gone for 8 or 9 years now, and I don't know, I've just been thinking about her a lot more lately, so I decided to pick up one of the 2 books on my shelf. I guess she gave me 3 different of the books on my shelf. One of them is one of my favorite books. I've already read that quite a few times, but I wanted to pick up this one. I've been saving it until I really, really missed her, so now is the time to kind of pick it up. And yeah, I didn't mean to end on such a hard note, guys. Princess Alice. I thought that would be fun, especially considering Women's History Month is coming up in March. It'd be a good time to pick that up. So that is what I'm reading off my shelves this year. I would love to know if you have any thoughts on any of these, if there's any recommendations. Yeah, which one do you think I should start with? And are there any that you're like, oh, you're gonna hate it. Let me know, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.